Driving through downtown Greenville, restaurants and bars line the streets. But is Greenville a rising culinary hub? Can Greenville compete with cities like New York and San Francisco and Boston? I went downtown to talk to a couple of Greenville's prominent restaurateurs to see what they thought on the matter. I first stopped into Sobeys to meet with Carl Sobozinski, who has owned restaurants in Greenville since 1993. Carl and I first talked about how Greenville's history plays into its culinary scene.
So the hospitality side, the restaurant and bar business, was the first to try to kind of bring back the historical downtown area. I think the history plays into a lot of different ways as far as restaurants and food. Passerelle Bistro, our newest little restaurant down in Falls Park, is in a very historical area of downtown. Devereaux's was a great restaurant that recently closed after 9 years, but it was housed in the old cigar manufacturing building. So restaurants have played a part in revitalizing some old historical buildings.
Similar to Sobozinski's vision with the cigar factory becoming Devereaux's, Ford's and High Street hospitality owner Jason Fletcher told me that he made sure to leave the mural on the side of Ford's building, as well as how he kept the vaulted ceilings and traditional wooden floors in the restaurant for ambiance. The historical feel helped Ford's fit right in. Along with Sobe himself, I met with Sobe's corporate chef, Rodney Frydank, to talk about food. Chef Rodney believes that part of the allure to Greenville is the emphasis that is put on fresh, locally grown ingredients. He explains.
A big trend across the country, and also certainly here in Greenville also, is farm-to-table dining. Buying food that's actually in season from someone who grew it close by. Being careful in how it was handled, being careful in how where the seeds came from, trying to avoid genetically modified foods, things like that. In other words, we're trying to put a healthier and more local product on the table. I think honestly that is really something that's helping our restaurant scene grow here in Greenville.
Furman Senior Tom Freeman agrees with this assessment.
What's your favorite restaurant downtown?
New place called Roost just opened up. They get a lot of their foods from the local area. A lot of it's healthy too, organic, and the food tastes quite good at a very reasonable price.
So is Greenville a rising culinary hub? Table 301 Marketing and PR Director Gina Boulware, as well as Chef Rodney, offered their thoughts. Not surprisingly, the conversation turned to euphoria.
Yeah, I remember back to the first year that we had the Euphoria Food, Wine, and Music Festival, which was kind of an opportunity for us to shine a spotlight on, the culinary and performing arts in Greenville, with the idea that we would be able to pull people from Asheville and Columbia and potentially Atlanta, folks that might be already familiar with Greenville. And we had one writer who wrote for a national publication to attend that event. This year, which was the 8th year of the festival, through quite a bit of work and outreach, we had more than 40 regional and national writers attend the event.
Because Greenville's growing so fast, and we have so much culture, and we have all this great food, but we're still not afraid to shut down Main Street and have a small town kind of thing. I think that's what sets Greenville apart from a lot of places. We're in every way this charming little town, and yet we're kind of this cosmopolitan thing at the same time, and people just don't expect it to be all of that, and they get here and are blown away by it.
I let Sobozinski have the last word.
I've often said to people, about 10 years ago I was spending some time in New York City for about a year, back and forth, and I often said to folks that they do great things up in New York City or Chicago or DC or San Francisco on the culinary front, but I would be confident in taking our best group of people and going to New York City and opening a restaurant and being very successful there.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. That's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. That's amore.